But there was a good chance that Albert would someday have an NHL salary ending in lots of zeros. I can wait. Eric and Joel both had daddies rich enough to fill his bank accounts for now. As for Mary's daddy, some paybacks didn't require a dollar sign. Some paybacks are personal. Within another minute, Mary emerged from the side entrance and joined Albert. Both stared up at the windows, waiting. He waited with them, from a safe distance away. He saw the first wisps of smoke rise in the upper floors. Mary threw her fist in the air with a whispered, "Yes." Minutes later, there was lots of smoke, on every floor. But the side door had not opened again. Mary took a step forward. The triumph on her face turned to concern, but Albert stopped her, his beefy hand closing around her arm. "They're still inside," she said, yanking at her arm. "Let me go." Albert shook his head. "Give them another minute." And then the door burst open, both Eric and Joel gasping for breath. Mary and Albert ran to the wheezing boys, pulling them away from the building. "Goddamn idiot," Eric snarled, jerking in huge breaths. "You nearly got us killed." Joel fell to his knees, spasms of coughing shaking his body. He looked up, his eyes terrified, desperate. "She'll die." Mary and Albert shared shocked looks. "Who will die?" Albert said carefully. Joel scrambled to his feet. "A girl. She's trapped. We have to get her out." He started to run. "Damn it!" he cried when Eric and Albert dragged him back. "Let me go!" Mary grabbed Joel's face. "There's somebody in there?" She flashed a panicked glare at Eric. "You said nobody would be in there. You said it was safe." "Nobody's supposed to be in there," Eric gritted through clenched teeth. "Joel didn't see anything. Let's go before somebody sees the smoke and calls 911. "She's in there!" Joel insisted, hysterical now. "I saw her! Look!" As a group, they looked up and he followed suit, pointing his lens upward as a collective gasp rose from the group. In that moment, he saw her too. A girl, her fists banging on the window that had been designed to provide a view of the lake, not an escape. She was young, a teenager maybe. Her mouth opened on a terrified cry they could not hear. Her fists pounded weakly now, her face pressed to the glass. Then her hands flattened against the window as she slid from their sight. Joel gave a final desperate yank. "She's going to die! Don't you care? Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Let me go, I've got to get her out." Mary grabbed his hair. "Stop it. You go back in there and you'll both be dead." Joel was sobbing now. "Then call 911, please. Damn it, please." "Listen to me," Mary said, her voice low and urgent. "If we call 911, we all go to prison. Prison, Joel. That's not going to happen. Stop this, right now." But Joel wasn't listening. He thrashed, trying to escape their grip like a man possessed. Behind his head, Eric gave Albert a grim nod. Albert pulled the club from his pocket, and a second later Joel collapsed, just as the guard had done. "Let's go," Eric said tersely, and he and Albert picked Joel up and carried him through the woods to where their car was parked. Mary gave a final look back, up at the now empty window. "Shit," she hissed, then turned and ran, passing the struggling boys to pull at the chain-link fence they'd cut on their way in. "Hurry, shove him through." Well, he lowered his camera, watching as the taillights from their car disappeared. That had been a lot more exciting than he'd thought it would be. A simple arson would have been good for years of blackmailing fun, but murder trumped arson and just about anything else. He had several clients who would agree to that. He quickly packed his 2 cameras and the tripod. Smoke was billowing into the sky, and he heard the pop of glass as windows began to burst. The authorities would soon be here, and I will be long gone. Hefting his backpack, he jogged around the building to the lakeside where he'd left his boat tied to the dock. "You there! Stop!" It was a thin, ragged cry, but he heard it. Spinning around, he found himself face to face with the security guard, who staggered forward, dazed. Blood oozed from the open wound on his head.